Hi, this is Abhishek, Master Teacher of Physics at Vedantu, and welcome back to the special video series which we call very proudly as Sprint X 2. Yes, this is the version 2 because Sprint X was a successful all because of you guys. That's why we are back with the Sprint X 2 where we are going to discuss some crazy and important concepts coming in the board examination papers, isn't it? Yes, in the previous session, if I'm not wrong, we have covered 2018 board sample paper, half of it, because according to physics there are 5 chapters and we have covered 2 chapters, light and human eye, in the previous session. Today we are going to cover, let me wait, I'll tell you what we're going to cover. But for all those students who don't know me again, you remember that guy? I know many of you guys might remember, yeah, from the previous session. Yes, this is no one else but Mr. Flash here. I believe that he might be the favorite superhero for a lot of you guys, isn't it? He's one of them for me, not exactly there, but still. But what the point here is, he runs really fast, man. He sprints really fast, and that's what we're going to do today as well. Once again, for all the students who don't know me, that's my name right there. It's Abhishek. We are in the session 2 of Sprint X, and let's see what we're going to cover today. In the previous session, as we stated, we covered light, we covered human eye. That means in total we covered 12 marks of questions which have come in 2018 paper. And what we're going to cover today is electricity, and as you can notice very clearly, electricity chapter came for 8 marks, including a practical based question from the section B for 2 marks. तो यानी कि 8 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन आया था आपके इलेक्ट्रिसिटी से, एंड उसके बाद क्या हुआ? उसके बाद आए आपके मैग्नेटिक इफेक्ट्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट, देयर वाज ओनली वन क्वेश्चन, एंड दैट क्वेश्चन वाज अगेन फॉर जस्ट 5 मार्क्स. सो इन टोटल 13 मार्क्स. इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, पीपल हु हैव वॉच्ड आवर मास्टर क्लासेस बिफोर, दे नो very clearly we have done this analysis in the previous master classes and we have predicted all these things and we were right. Light and human eye combined you get 12 marks, electricity and magnetic effects combined you get 13 marks, in total 25 marks. Then you have one more chapter left called as sources of energy, and from sources of energy always you will get a question from 3 to 5 marks. 2018 May you got for 4 marks, which makes the total for the physics chapter, physics subject, 29 marks in the 2018 paper. So out of 80, 29 marks came from physics. So I'm pretty proud of that right now, isn't it? Yes, it is amazing, guys. So let's go ahead and let's try to conquer all these 3 things, all these 3 chapters from 2018 board paper. Let's get it going, isn't it? Yes, one more very interesting thing which I would like to tell all of you guys. Guys, today we're going to do complete 2018 board paper. What I want all of you guys to understand very clearly is that you have to keep on going, because do not stop when you are tired, stop when you are done. So my dear students, we are not yet done. Examinations are still left. Solving board papers is not enough. How do you deal with yourself? How do you deal with the paper in the examination is what matters. So my dear students, give me a huge high five here right now. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and be confident in yourself, and let's go ahead and solve the first question for today. As you notice, this question is for just 1 mark coming out from sources of energy, which you can do it in 1 minute in examinations, but here we'll be taking only 30 seconds because there are options, and this is a very simple question, isn't it? Look at it. Write the energy conversion that takes place in a hydropower plant. I'm like, how easy is that question? 2018 board paper, super easy in terms of physics. Look at that. Option A, electrical energy into mechanical energy. Option B, mechanical energy into electrical energy. Option C, heat energy into electrical energy. Option D, wave energy into electrical energy. What do you think should be the correct answer? I know you're guessing it right, isn't it? I know you're guessing it right. I'll give you 10 seconds to think about it, and we will go ahead and choose the option, isn't it? Keep thinking. You are getting it right. Put down all your answers on the YouTube chat right now. Let us see who gives it right first. Amazing, guys. You all are doing really great. Now, before I give you guys the answer, let's look into the actual hydropower plant, which looks like basically this, isn't it? It's a very interesting animation going on here. What do you see here is nothing but there is the reservoir right now here, and in front of the reservoir you can see a very interesting intake, also called as the flood gate, which opens, and then the water gushes through it, isn't it? And then the water passes through the entire region. It hits the turbine at the bottom. The turbine rotates. Due to the rotation of turbine, the armature coil in the generator rotates, and from the rotation of the armature coil in magnetic effects of electric current chapter, we have studied when the armature coil inside the generator rotates, what do we get? We get electricity, and that electricity from the transformer, it transmitted to everywhere. So all these parts are secondary, but the question was, what is the energy transformation? So your output is electricity. Correct? So your output is electricity. So if you notice in the first part, there are basically how many options which contain output as electricity. Basically, you can very clearly see there are three options. The first option is out of the picture. There are three options. Electrical energy तीनों में है. अब heat electrical energy में हो रहा है कि wave हो रही है कि mechanical हो रही है, वो देखते हैं. ठीक है? अब यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? All the flood water passes through the flood gates. As you can see, it is coming up with a very high speed, and with that huge amount of kinetic energy, it starts hitting the turbine. From where did this huge amount of kinetic energy come? It came from the potential energy of the water inside the reservoir. The water is stationary when it is inside the dam, when it is inside the reservoir. The water is stationary, so it has a lot of potential energy. Suddenly you open the gates, what happens? That potential energy converts into kinetic energy and it starts flowing. Now my dear students, tell me very, very quickly, in CBSE 9 standard you have studied one very interesting thing. What is that thing? What is the combination of kinetic energy plus potential energy called as? Yes, you got it right. It is called as mechanical energy. So you can say anything. You can say kinetic energy converts to electrical energy. Correct. Potential energy connected to electrical energy. Correct. Or you can also say the entire mechanical energy of water converts into electrical energy. Hence option B is the damn correct answer. ठीक है? तो आप तीन आंसर दे सकते हो इस क्वेश्चन के लिए. इलेक्ट्रिकल मतलब kinetic to electrical, potential to electrical, or mechanical to electrical, all the three answers are damn correct. Let's check it up. So very nicely done guys. So this is a very simple answer. I hope you got that 1 mark right now here. तो हमें कितने कवर करने हैं? Total कितने marks थे? From this particular side, there were 8 marks from electricity, 5 marks from magnetic effect, so 13 plus 4 कितने हो गए थे? 17. Correct. तो अब हमने 1 mark कर लिया है, 16 marks बाकी है और. Moving ahead, let's cover it up. This here is a standard 3 mark questions. In 2018 paper, questions from electricity were very good. I loved it thoroughly as compared to light and human eye as well as magnetic effects and source of energy. Electricity questions बहुत अच्छे थे, मतलब ठीक ठाक थे, इतने भी hard नहीं थे. They were all doable and there was nothing called as a hot type of question in the chapter at all. ठीक है? तो let's quickly see how to solve this question. Let's check it out. Show how would you join 3 resistors? Each of resistance is 9 ohm. Let's draw that. So there are 3 resistors guys. One resistor 9 ohm, R1. Other resistor R2 9 ohms. Third resistor R3 you have again for 9 ohms. Okay, you have 3 resistors separately here. Set it up. Now how would you connect them so that the total resistance becomes 13.5 ohms? Interesting, isn't it? 13.5 ohms. तो हम क्या करेंगे? Every time whenever you get this kind of question, no, and this is a very good question, and which is one of the favorites of CBSE 10. Whenever you get this kind of questions, you kick out the obvious incorrect answers. What are those obvious incorrect answers? We cannot connect all of them in series, because then if the total resistance in series, if I connect all of them, we'll just add them up, we'll get 18 ohms. So that is exactly not true. Now the total resistance we cannot connect them in parallel also, correct, because it will be 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9, which is nothing but 3 by 9. 3 by 9 is 3, 1 by 3 opposite 3 ohms. So ये दोनों तो बिल्कुल नहीं हो सकते. करेक्ट, सिंपल सी बात है. अब हम चलेंगे बाकी सारे सिनेरियोस में. Now if you notice for 13.5 ohms, 13.5 ohms, let me just give you a very interesting trick to do it. 13.5 ohms में कम से कम एक 9 ohms प्रॉपरली होना जरूरी है. करेक्ट, एक प्रॉपरली होना जरूरी है. उसके बाद में जो करूंगा वो इसके साथ ऐड हो जाएगा. सो आई मस्ट हैव वन एटलीस्ट 19 ohm इन सीरीज विथ समथिंग एल्स सो दैट वी कैन एंड अप विथ 13.5. करेक्ट बात है ना, क्योंकि अगर मैं सबको तीनों को पैरेलल में डाल दूं आई गेट 3 ohms, सो इट इज नॉट करेक्ट. आई नीड वन ऑफ देम इन सीरीज विच इज इन 9 ohms. ठीक है, अब बाकी दो को मैं क्या करूं? आई नो वेरी वेरी क्लियरली इन माई माइंड, व्हेन वी हैव टू रेजिस्टर्स पैरेलल with the same magnitude of 9 and 9, final answer of total resistance in this scenario would be what? It would be exactly half of it, which is 4.5 ohms. If it was 6 and 6, I would have got 3. If it is 4 and 4, I would have got 2. If it is 10 and 10, I will get 5. If it is 18 and 18, I will get 9 and 9. Simple scenario. This is a small tip to remember it. Whenever you have two connections in parallel of the same magnitude, just divide it. That is the total resistance. So if I try to solve this up, what will I get? I will get 9 ohms still in series, which is R1, this is R2, and this is R3. So this is still in series. If I solve this up, I will be getting 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9, as I clearly stated 2 by 9, which is nothing but 2 by 9 को करेंगे तो 1 by 4.5 आएगा, and that is reciprocating 4.5 ohms, isn't it? So 4.5 ohms का आपको total resistance यहाँ पे मिल जाता है. When you combine this both, since they are in series now, your answer will be 13.5 ohms. Simple scenario. Correct? मजा है ना? बहुत सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है. And this only to find out this, only to draw the diagram, do it mathematically, you will be getting 1.5 marks for this part alone. Talking about the second part, 6 ohms. Now it is pretty clear. In the case of 6 ohms, okay, I cannot have one in series. The entire structure must be in somewhere or the other parallel to each other. कुछ ना कुछ पैरेलल में होना बहुत जरूरी है. सिंपल सी बात है, ट्राई कर लेते हैं. कॉम्बिनेशन, पहला कॉम्बिनेशन क्या होगा? ऑल द 3 इन पैरेलल कैन नॉट हैपन, 3 ohms मिलेगा. ठीक है, 2 इन सीरीज, 1 इन पैरेलल. लेट्स ट्राई दैट नाउ. करेक्ट? Let's try out iterations. 2 in series, 1 in parallel. That's the reason why the obvious answers we kicked it out in the starting itself, so that we can save time. वरना हम सोचते रह जाएंगे ये सही है कि वो सही है कि ये सही है. करेक्ट? तो अब चलते हैं तीसरे पार्ट की तरफ. So I'll connect 2 of them in series, and now this in parallel with the third one. So let me take this as R1, R2 and R3. All of them 9 ohms. तो ऊपर दोनों सीरीज में है. When I combine both of them, I'll get 18 ohms. So I'll get now on top, it is nothing but 18 ohms, and at the bottom, I have it as 9 ohms. Now we have it in parallel 18 and 9. So what is 1 by 18 plus 1 by 9? When we find it out, we'll be getting nothing but 27 divided by 18 into 9, which is 9 ones are 9 threes are, and I'll get 1 by 6, and reciprocating it, I'll get the final resistance as nothing but 6 ohms, and we got it. Correct? Simple सा है. You just have to delete the obvious answers and then think about what could be the other iterations which we can follow here. You can apply this kind of situation for any kind of ohms given to you. And this is one of the favorite questions of CBSE 10th. I believe you got that point. Similar to this, there are 2 questions in NCERT textbook also. So I request and suggest you guys to go through that as well. ठीक है, तो बहुत बढ़िया गाइस, बहुत मजा आया, बहुत अच्छा किया. तो नाउ वी हैव स्कोर्ड 3 मार्क्स. सो इन टोटल हमने अभी स्कोर कर दिया है 4 मार्क्स. गोइंग अहेड टू द नेक्स्ट पार्ट. So that all the answers here, what we have done, you can download it as the session PDF, as you know very very clearly. Correct? इसको डाउनलोड कर लेना, हमारे वेब पेज पे डाल देंगे हम, और डाउट ऐप भी है, वहां पे भी डाल देंगे हम, which the doubt app which I spoke about in the first session. ठीक है, तो I'll give you the link for the doubt app in the chat also. It will be found, you can find it on the description as well. ठीक है, going ahead guys right now. Yes, once again a very simple 3 marks question, a very very simple 3 marks question which can come for you have to invest 3 to 5 minutes in examinations, or you can do it under 2 minutes in the sprint. Let's go ahead. Now this is a very lovely question. बहुत simple भी है, तो इतना hard difficulty level है नहीं इसका as compared to the previous one. The previous one at least takes some time to do it. This will not take that as well. Let me prove it to you guys how this can be done in the most easiest way. So I believe at this moment, when CBSE 10th is in next month, not even next month, I think in the next 20 days, you all know what is Joules Law of Heating. Correct? When it comes that write Joules Law of Heating, you just don't write down directly the formula and leave it. No. if I tell you the marks distribution is a 3-mark problem, 1 mark you will be getting for the right the Joules law of heating, 2 marks you will be getting for this particular part. ठीक है, उसमें भी मैं डिवीजन बताऊंगा आपको, लेकिन अभी ध्यान दो. Right Joules law of heating, what is that? Joules law of heating states that the heat produced by any electrical circuit is directly proportional to the square of the current flowing through it. Whatever I'm saying, you must write it that down. Then it is also directly proportional to the resistance of that particular electrical circuit. It is also directly proportional to the time the current flows in the circuit. When we combine all these things together, Joules says that you can write it down as H is equal to I square R upon T, and this is what Joules law of heating is. For 1 mark इतना लिखना बहुत ज़रूरी है, तभी पूरा मार्क मिलेगा. ठीक है, वरना पूरे मार्क नहीं मिलेंगे, याद रखना. Cool, done for 1 mark. Going ahead for second part. The second part is super easy. Let me tell you how. 2 lamps, one rated 100 watt, 220 volt. There are 2 lamps. So the first lamp, it is rated 100 watt, 220 volt. Power is equal to 100 watt. Voltage is equal to 220 volt. ठीक है, अब आगे. And the other is 60 watt and 220 volt. So there are, the second lamp is actually having 60 watt, and again power is equal to 60 watt, voltage is equal to 20 volt. Awesome. Next part, are connected in parallel to the electrical main supply. तो 2 बल्ब है, जल्दी से डायग्राम बना लेते हैं. Now I always say that electrical bulbs are the most romantic equipments. I'm just getting the word. Most romantic equipments in the electrical energy system. The reason why is that because what is the symbol of electrical lamps or bulbs? It's nothing but this. Look at that. It looks like a heart, isn't it? I know it looks like a heart. I have no idea who invented this, but it looks like a heart. That's why I said it's the most romantic. Anyways, if you guys got offended, I'm really sorry about that. I believe no one got offended. Yes, so both of them are connected to a 220 volt source. So you guys are amazing, guys, amazing. बहुत बढ़िया, 2 बना दिया हमने, 2 हार्ट्स बना दिए हमने, बल्ब्स बना दिए. अब ये कहता है कि एक का पावर है 100 वॉट और दूसरा का पावर है 60 वॉट. ठीक है, अब क्या बोल रहा है? Find the current drawn by the 2 bulbs from the line. We can do one thing. We can either find out the total current or you can find out the current individually and add all of them. ठीक है, but here they have not asked us the total current. So we need to find them out separately. How will you find it down? Very simple. You know the power formula. Power is equal to V into I. That's the formula in both the cases. तो हम find out कर देते जल्दी से. Correct? हमें find करना है I. I is equal to P upon V. What is power? Power is nothing but 100 in this scenario. 100 divided by 220. So 0 0 cancel. You have 10 by 220. So 2 5s are 2 11s are. What is 5 by 11? I'm pretty sure 5 by 11 is somewhere about 0.45, yeah, 0.45 amperes, somewhere about that. And make sure that you are putting down it in the decimal values. अगर आपने फ्रैक्शन में छोड़ दिया तो पूरे मार्क्स नहीं मिलेंगे. SI यूनिट्स भूल गए तो आधे मार्क्स वहां पे भी कट. बहुत बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि यू डोंट मिस आउट द SI यूनिट और नीदर यू पुट डाउन इन डेसिमल एज वेल. ठीक है, एंड मूविंग ऑन टू द फाइनल पार्ट. व्हाट इज दैट 60 watt and 220 watt? So I will go forward and let me do it here. So I is equal to P upon V. P is 60 divided by 220. So 0 0 cancel. 2 3s are 2 11s are. So I've got I is equal to 3 by 11. 3 by 11 आपका चलेगा 0.27 amperes, isn't it? सिंपल सी बात है, 0.27 amperes, कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं है इसमें. कितना इजी था यार. 2 मार्क, 1 मार्क, टोटल 3 मार्क. In examination, do you need 2 minutes also for this question? The answer is no. But always try to utilize the entire 2 minutes which you have taken in sprint so that you can do it mathematically. Also, you can give it some time to verify the answers. ठीक है? So very good guys, you can check the answers right now. 0.45 ampere and 0.27 ampere. So like this we have covered 3 more marks. So in total अभी हमने cover कर लिया 7 marks. Let us just quickly check कि हमें सही आंसर मिला है. Yes, 0.45 ampere है, 0.27 ampere है, बहुत बहुत बढ़िया. और ये आपके entire statement which you need to write it down for 1 mark right now. That's very very important. बहुत बहुत important है. ठीक है? Great. Superbly well done guys. Now यहाँ पे marking scheme अलग भी हो सकती है. बहुत लोगों को लगेगा सर 1 मार्क्स के लिए हम इतना क्यों लिखें. कभी कभी मार्किंग स्कीम ऊपर वाले के लिए 2 मार्क और नीचे वाले के लिए 1 मार्क भी हो सकती है. करेक्ट, आधे मार्क इसके लिए, आधे मार्क इसके लिए, बिकॉज सिंस इट्स प्रीटी इजी. और इट कुड बी 1.5 मार्क्स फॉर द टॉप पार्ट, 1.5 मार्क्स फॉर द बॉटम पार्ट. दैट कुड आल्सो बी कंप्लीटली ट्रू. सो ऑलवेज बी अवेयर अबाउट द मार्किंग स्कीम वेरी क्लियरली. ठीक है गाइस, मूविंग अहेड, लेट्स सी व्हाट डू वी हैव नेक्स्ट. Interesting. One of the very easiest question available online. Very, very easy. Interesting. This question carries 3 marks again. I wonder why. Because basically this is I should say 9th standard question. That is the level for this. Except the first part. The first part is very easy, but the other 2 parts, I think really it should be a 9th standard level because super easy. Look at it. I think you can do this like that. Look at that. List the factors on which the resistance of a conductor in the shape of Y depends. What are the factors on which resistance depends? Again, similar to heating effect. Resistance is directly proportional to the length of the conductor. Resistance of a conductor is inversely proportional to its area. Resistance of the conductor is directly proportional to the resistivity of the conductor, which is rho. Combining, R will be equal to rho L upon A. Yes, this is the formula. और आपको मिल गए वहां पे अपने 1 mark. This is a 3 mark question, 1 mark for this, 1 mark for this, and 1 mark for this. ठीक है? Second part. Why are metals good conductors of electricity? Why are metals good conductors of electricity? I had no idea about it, isn't it? Did we have any idea ki why are metals good conductors of electricity? We didn't know. We thought that metals could be good conductors of electricity because they have really free electrons, isn't it? Yes. Inside the metals, if we quickly draw our diagram here, this, if we take it as a conductor or a metal, they have too many free electrons to move. And these free electrons, when they are connected across a battery or a potential difference, when they have potential difference, electrons start flowing from one end to the other end, and this is called as electricity. So what is the obvious answer? The obvious answer is a conductor or a metal is a good conductor of electricity because number 1, it has very low resistivity, very low resistivity or resistance. Number 2, it has free electrons. Second part, whereas glass is a bad conductor, obviously because glass has a very high resistivity, it has no free electrons, or it has very less free electrons. That's why glass is bad. 1 mark mil gaye. Moving to the third part, why are alloys commonly used in electrical heating devices? This is a very good question. Give reasons. The reason is, whenever we take it's electrical heating devices, याद रखना. तो इसका मतलब पहले समझते हैं कि heating devices क्या मतलब होता है और electrical का यहाँ पे concept आ क्यों रहा है. Heating devices मतलब जैसे क्या? Electrical iron is heating device, toaster is a heating device, geyser is a heating device, and oven is a heating device, induction cooker is a heating device. So all of these things are nothing but heating devices which heat stuff, isn't it? Now what should be the material used inside these equipments so that it can sustain its life for longer time? For example, अगर मैंने electrical iron में copper डाल दिया, copper is a very good conductor of electricity, but also it has a very low boiling point, melting point. Melt हो जाएगा, coil बचेगा नहीं तो iron बचेगा नहीं, isn't it? So we use alloys in this particular scenarios because alloys, number 1, has a very high melting point. It has a very high melting point, HMP. Number 2, melting point से काम नहीं बनता यहाँ पे. These devices also have a very moderate to high resistivity, H rho. Resistivity क्या होता है? According to what? According to your Joules Law of Heating, H is equal to I square RT. H is proportional to R. अगर resistance ज़्यादा है alloy का, heat भी उतना ही produce होगा. Simple सी बात. Correct? Number 3. अब ये iron समझो. अगर हमने copper के बदले iron रखा हुआ है, these iron obviously may undergo rusting, corrosion in the future. But that does not happen to an alloy. It is an antioxidant. It does not go through process of corrosion very fast as compared to a metal. So that is one of the reasons again we use corrosion free alloys here in this scenario. Correct? तो आपको मिल गए 3 marks यहाँ पे. तो अभी कितने टोटल हो गए हमारे 7 marks थे, अब हो गए 10 mark. Congratulations, you are very fast in this. Let's have a check. तो यस, फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग हमने कर दिया प्रॉपर्ली, हमने सारे तीनों पॉइंट लिख दिए. उसके बाद वी हैव वेरी क्लियरली स्टेटेड व्हाई आर मेटल्स गुड कंडक्टर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, व्हाई आर ग्लास वेरी बैड कंडक्टर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, एंड वी हैव आल्सो स्टेटेड द alloys property. They have high resistivity, they have high melting point, they do not oxidize or readily at high temperatures at all. ठीक है, they do not corrode. Simple scenario guys. So I believe all of you guys have understood this part also. So till now 10 marks in our hands. Amazingly well done. Let us move on to the final part right now, and the final part looks like this. Now you will not believe me when I say it's a 5-mark question here. 5-mark question guys. Damn man, look at that. State Fleming's left hand rule. Write the principle of working an electric motor. Explain the function of the parts of an electric motor, armature, brushes, split ring. You know what? In my every regular session, in my every masterclass related to magnetic effects of electric current, I have repeated this statement so many times. Guys, DC motor, AC generator questions are super important. DC motor से working principle आएगा तो parts भी आएगा. AC generator का working principle आएगा तो उसका भी parts आएगा. I have stated this so many times. Look at that, 2018 paper, it has it. It will be there in 2019 paper also. You can take it in me writing right now here कि sir आने वाला है. तो बिल्कुल आने वाला है. You can take it up very very clearly. I can very sure sure tell you this two things. अगर DC motor AC generators question आएगा ही आएगा. उसके अलावा defects from human eye for a sure shot you're gonna get it. One numerical from light, dead yes you're gonna get it. ठीक है, इतने सारे मैंने बोल दिए. सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी का क्वेश्चन हमने कर लिया, एक और करेंगे बहुत जल्दी. ठीक है, very nicely done guys. Let's go ahead. Now what is Fleming's left hand rule? Let's discuss that in detail in a moment. Let's read the question completely. Write the principle of working of an electric motor. What is the principle of working of an electric motor? Explain the function of the following parts of an electric motor: armature, brush, and split ring. Yes, armature, brushes, and split rings. So this is a 5-mark question. 2 marks question. 2 marks you'll be getting from the first part. State Fleming's left hand rule. Write the explanation. B part के लिए आपको मिलेगा 1 mark और C part के लिए आपको मिलेगा 2 mark. ठीक है? So you in total 5 marks for this particular scenario. Let us go ahead and try to understand what is Fleming's left hand rule. It's a very interesting thing. I think you must have understood this in our previous amazing sessions which we have had before. We have a complete series for magnetic effects of electric current. If you have not find it out, please do check it up. ठीक है? Let's have a check quickly. Now, here in this particular part, it's very clearly stated, according to Fleming's left-hand rule, it's always stated, if you extend out your 3 fingers in a way that it looks like a gun, ठीक है, और बहुत important सी बात है, I myself have done this mistake many times that I interchange the fingers. मतलब गन उल्टा बन गया, गन गलत बन गया, गन होना चाहिए ऐसे. Correct. So always keep your fingers in this way only, in this formation only, never change the formation. I have done this mistake myself, that's what I'm telling you. ठीक है? So Fleming's left hand rule हुआ. अब Fleming's left hand rule क्या बोलता है? It states that if your index finger shows you the direction of the magnetic field, M. If your middle finger shows you the direction of the electrical current, C. If your thumb shows you the direction of then the thumb will show you the direction of the force, F. I have always told my children, and you might remember this because many of you guys are there right now. You know what I'm going to say next. Yes, it is going to be father, mother, and child. If you do not remember this concept. बहुत easily, father, mother, child, force, magnetic field, current. Simple thing to remember if you don't remember the fingers, if you're bad at it. Simple scenario guys, or you can also say FMC. Very, very easy. So this is what Fleming's left hand rule state. Repeating once again, if your forefinger or index finger shows you the direction of magnetic field, and if your middle finger, you keep it in the direction of the current, then your thumb will give you the direction of the force here. मैग्नेटिक फोर्स. ठीक है, वेरी नाइसली डन गाइस. सो फ्लेमिंग्स लेफ्ट हैंड रूल 2 मार्क्स मिल गए. अब आगे बढ़ते हैं इस सिनेरियो में. आप देखते हैं कि अभी क्या दिया हुआ है. अभी हमारे सामने एक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग एनिमेशन चल रहा है, व्हिच इज नथिंग बट द एनिमेशन ऑफ अ डीसी मोटर. आई रिमेंबर यू नो द क्वेश्चन. द क्वेश्चन इज स्टेट द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ अ डीसी मोटर. वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. Principle is nothing but whenever you have a conductor, or I should say a current carrying conductor within a uniform magnetic field, the conductor starts experiencing a force. And this is the working principle. That is the same thing what we just studied for Fleming's left hand rule, that it will give me the direction of the force. Direction of the force is obtained from the Fleming's left hand rule, and the theory is this, that is nothing but again stating that whenever a current carrying conductor is placed in a uniform magnetic field, it experiences a force. That is the theory. You can also add one more line here. Electrical motor converts electrical energy to mechanical energy. You can add this line also just to impress the examiner. Cool? Okay. Now going on to the final parts. हमको पूछा गया था आर्मेचर, ब्रशेस और स्प्लिट रिंग्स का काम बताने के लिए. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात है ये. तो हम बता दें कि आर्मेचर क्या करता है. इन द केस ऑफ ए डीसी मोटर, आर्मेचर हैज नो अदर वर्क अपार्ट फ्रॉम रोटेटिंग. बस घूमो 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 घूमो. दैट्स ऑल द एंटायर थिंग. इट इज कंप्लीटली घूमर. I hope that you have heard the song Ghumar. That's all it is there. The armature coil rotates due to the current passing through the conductor. It just rotates. Electrical energy to mechanical energy. That is the function of an armature coil. Number 2, what does the brush do? Brush is pretty interesting. All the electrical current coming out of the battery and going on to this particular carbon brushes. What do the carbon brushes do? Carbon brushes just transmits or transfers the charges or electric current from the external circuit. We call this as the external circuit. From this particular battery or the external circuit to the internal circuit, or you can also call it as to the split rings, then to the armature coil. So what does the carbon brush do? Carbon brush transmits or transfers the charges or electric current from the external circuit or from the battery into the armature coil or into the split ring. Coming on to the third part, what does a split ring do in a DC motor? This is one of the most important things, because this could be asked separately also for 2 marks. What does a split ring do? Split ring is the type of a commutator. Split ring is a type of a commutator used in a DC motor. Isn't it? Split ring is a type of commutator used in a DC motor which reverses the direction of the current in the DC motor. Split ring is a commutator which is a device which reverses the current's direction in a circuit. That's all. Check कर लो एक बार ध्यान से. Fleming's left hand rule लिख लिया. Principle of working लिख दिया. Function of armature, it enhances the power of the motor and induces motion. That means it rotates. Simple scenario. This is a more technical term. मैंने आपको बहुत easily बोल दिया. Function of brushes, they help in easy transfer of charge or transmission of charge between the coil and the external circuit. We discussed that also. तो जो भी आपको easy लगे, whatever I said it, you found it easy, you can write it down. You can write this also down. It's completely on you. Function of split rings, they reverse the direction of the current after each half rotation of the coil so that the coil can keep rotating continuously. You don't have to mention all that up. You can just have to say reverses the direction of the current. Simple. After every half rotation. Great job guys, amazingly well done. I think we are near the end of this particular entire scenario. If I just look into it very carefully, interestingly, we are into the final question right now, and in total now we have covered 15 marks के questions हमने cover कर लिया. 15 marks के, correct? अब ये एक क्वेश्चन बचा है जो 2 मार्क्स का, जो 17 मार्क्स हो जाएंगे. और ऑब्वियसली जो बाकी क्वेश्चन है वो क्या होने वाला है आपको पता है. I know you are smart. Let us try to do this question. Now this is a practical based question. Many students were asking me to, sir, please include practical questions also or take practical question का series also. लेकिन कर दिया हमने, इसमें include कर दिया so that you can have the benefit here. Let's read. Now this is so very easy question. The values of current flowing through a given resistor of resistance are for the corresponding values of potential difference. Potential difference के तरीकों में आपको एम्पियर करंट दिया गया है, मतलब वोल्टेज चेंज कर रहे हो आप अकॉर्डिंगली पीरियोडिकली और आपको करंट भी चेंज हो रहा है. ठीक है. ओके, प्लॉट अ ग्राफ. फर्स्ट पार्ट प्लॉट अ ग्राफ. सो 1 मार्क आपको मिलेगा फॉर द करेक्ट ग्राफ. नंबर 2, डिटरमाइन द रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ द रेजिस्टर. 1 मार्क आपको मिलेगा रेजिस्टर के लिए. ग्राफ प्लॉट करते हैं सिंपल से. तो आई एम गोना मेक अ वेरी रफ डायग्राम. माय डायग्राम्स आर वेरी बैड, सो आई एम प्रीटी श्योर दैट यू गोना अंडरस्टैंड वेरी क्लियरली. तो ये हुआ आपका y एक्सिस और ये हुआ आपका x एक्सिस. तो ये हम मान लेते हैं 0 है, इसको मान लिया y और ये हो गया x. अभी y एक्सिस क्या है? और they must be given, या प्लॉट ए ग्राफ बिटवीन करंट I. तो जो भी पहले आता है वो होता है y एक्सिस. करंट I हो गया आपका I यहाँ पे which will be in amperes, एंड आपका x एक्सिस हो जाएगा which is going to be in voltage. So this is your potential difference V which is gonna give you in volt itself. Correct? V और V एक साथ होता है. अब Let's plot down it right now clearly. So 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 4, 5. तो मुझे 5 तक जाना है, तो मैं 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 करके कर चलता हूँ, ठीक है. वोल्ट्स है 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. तो मैं यहाँ पे ले लिया 1, यहाँ पे ले लिया इक्वल डिस्टेंस में 2, 3, 4, 5. हो गया, 5 ले लिया मैंने. 6 भी ले लेते हैं, एक्स्ट्रा अच्छा लगता है. Current 0.1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.8, 0.1. Very easy, very nice. Let me just make marks here. तो यहाँ पे मैं क्या करूँ, मैं 0.2 के एवरेज में चलता हूँ, ठीक है. तो मैं 0.2 लिखता हूँ यहाँ पे, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8 और 1 और 1.2 लिख दिया, ठीक है. अब मार्क करते हैं कि कहाँ पे बनाना है ये. ओके, 0.5 है तो 0.1 है, तो ये आपका मार्क होगा. 0.5 है तो 0.1 है, करेक्ट ना, बीच में. 1 है तो 0.2 है, 1 है तो 0.2 है, करेक्ट. इसको आप डॉटेड लाइन में बना सकते हो, नो इश्यूज, जैसी आपकी मर्जी, विच एवर यू फील इट एज कंफर्टेबल. 0.3 है तो 1.5 है, अच्छा सॉरी 1.5 है तो 0.3, तो ये 1.5 है तो ये यहाँ पे 0.3 आएगा, करेक्ट. ये 0.3. उसके बाद है 0.4 है तो 2 है, 0.4 है तो 2 है, यस. 0.5, 2.5, 0.5, ओके. 2.5 है तो 0.5 है, ओके. दिस इज 2.5, 0.5, cool. And then you have 0.6, 3. So this is 0.6 and you have 3. And then you have 0.8 and 4. So this is 0.8 and this is 4. And then last you have 1 and 5. तो ये आपका 1 है और ये आपका 5 है. So if you notice very very clearly, अगर मैंने इसके थ्रू एक लाइन खींची तो I'm pretty, oh my god, it came out really well, no? अरे क्या बात है अभिषेक, शाबाश अभिषेक, क्या बात है. Okay, so if you notice here very clearly, what is going to happen is, if I connect all the lines, we are going to get a simple straight wire. Sorry, not wire, simple straight line. And this straight line proves that this entire electrical circuit follows Ohm's law. अगर straight नहीं होता तो Ohm's law follow नहीं करता, obvious सी बात है, correct. तो यहां पे हमें निकालना है कि इसका रेजिस्टेंस क्या होगा. और रेजिस्टेंस कैसे निकालते हैं मेरे बच्चों, इट्स नथिंग बट, हियर यू कैन नॉट यूज द फॉर्मूला डायरेक्टली, नो, फॉर्मूला डायरेक्टली यूज मत कर देना यहाँ पे, क्योंकि प्रैक्टिकल बेस्ड क्वेश्चन है, आपको प्रैक्टिकली ही करना है. जब आपने ग्राफ बना दिया है, हाउ वी गोना राइट डाउन द फर्स्ट रेजिस्टेंस, इट्स प्रीटी सिंपल. The resistance in this scenario is given by what? It is being given by the slope of the curve, isn't it? It's been always given by the slope of the curve, which is nothing but, I believe you have a very clear picture कि slope of the curve क्या होता है, 9th स्टैंडर्ड में पढ़ा है आपने, करेक्ट. slope of the curve हम यहाँ से निकाल सकते हो. अज्यूम करते हैं कोई भी 2 पॉइंट लेते हैं, ठीक है. तो ये पॉइंट लेते हैं और इसी के रिलेटेड हम ये पॉइंट भी लेते हैं. तो यहां पे इन दिस रीजन व्हाट इज द चेंज इन आई विद रिस्पेक्ट टू वाई, ठीक है. हमें लेना है यहां पे कि डेल्टा एक्स बाय डेल्टा वाई क्या है, सिंपल सिनेरियो. तो डेल्टा वी बाय डेल्टा आई क्या होता है, तो डेल्टा वी अपॉन डेल्टा आई क्या होता है सिनेरियो, सिंपल सी बात है. व्हाट इज डेल्टा वी, डेल्टा वी का चेंज यहाँ पे आप देखोगे. और एक ही बात है कि v बाई आई आपको इन केस ऑफ v इज इक्वल टू आई आर, इट विल बी v बाई आई फ्रॉम ओम्स लॉ आल्सो. इट्स बहुत ही बात है. स्लोप ऑफ द कर्व आप डायरेक्टली नहीं जाओगे, स्लोप ऑफ द कर्व इज यूजुअली y एक्सिस बाय x एक्सिस यूजुअली, लेकिन आई एम गोइंग कीपिंग इन माइंड फॉर्मूला आल्सो, आई एम गोइंग अहेड लाइक दिस, ठीक है. तो मैं ऑपोजिट कर रहा हूं यहाँ पे, कुल. सो डेल्टा v बाय डेल्टा आई मैंने लिख दिया. सो व्हाट इज द चेंज इन वोल्टेज, यहाँ पे आपने देख लिया ये 2 है और ये 4 है. सो चेंज इन वोल्टेज इज 4 minus 2, दैट इज डेल्टा v ना, V2 minus V1, so 4 minus 2, correct. अब चलते हैं चेंज इन करंट. चेंज इन करंट इज हाउ मच, 0.4 and 0.8, so it is nothing but I2 minus I1, which is nothing but 0.8 minus 0.4, which will give you nothing but 2 divided by 0.4, isn't it? 2 divided by 0.4, and how much is that going to be? I am pretty sure that will give you, let me make it as 20 divided by 4, and 20 divided by 4 is 5 ohms. This is 2 by 0.4 को मैंने 20 by 4 लिख दिया. This is nothing but 5 ohms. Simple सी बात. Yes, that's extremely correct. If you still have any doubt, you can take any other points here. ऐसे ही 2 पॉइंट और आप कोई और ले लेना, आपको सिंपली आ जाएगा. And this is how you do it graphically. If you still have doubts on me, You can check it out here. You can see very clearly it's an entire graph. If you didn't like my beautiful graph, this is the entire graph. They have taken some common point and they have written distance is equal to delta V by delta I, AB by AC, which is 2 minus 1 by 0.0. यहाँ पे कुछ और पॉइंट्स लिए उन्होंने, हमने कुछ और पॉइंट्स लिए, सब में आपको आंसर 5 ohms ही मिलेगा. ठीक है, सिंपल सी बात है गाइस. एंड नाउ वी हैव कवर्ड टोटल 17 marks and we are still left with 2 marks. Where is the 2 marks going? That 2 marks is going for the homework question today. And this question, yes, it's not for 3 marks, it's for 2 marks basically. बहुत simple सा नहीं है 3 marks question, the proper 3 marks question है. What is a dam? 1 mark. Why do we seek to build large dams? So that in total you will get 1 mark. And then you have while building large dams, which 3 main problems should particularly be addressed to maintain peace among local people? Mention them. वो आपको मिलेंगे 2 मार्क. तो या तो हम इसको और डिवाइड कर सकते हैं 1 मार्क. ओके, 1 सेकेंड. हाँ, यहां पे है यस. सो यू कैन टेक दिस एज 1 मार्क, 1 मार्क एंड ये वाला 1 मार्क. करेक्ट, सिंपल सा सिनेरियो. 3 मार्क यहाँ पे. सो ट्राई टू गिव मी द आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन गाइस एज स्मॉल एज पॉसिबल इन द कमेंट्स डाउन बिलो सो दैट आई कैन चेक इट अप एंड गिव यू दैट यू हैव स्कोर्ड 2 मार्क्स और 3 मार्क्स फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन माय डियर फ्रेंड्स. ये मुझे बोलना है आप लोगों को. एंड ऑल्सो कैन सेंड मी दिस आंसर ऑन माई जीमेल आईडी विच आई विल बी शेयरिंग इट टू यू गाइस एज सून एज पॉसिबल. ठीक है, तो अब यहाँ पे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात, ये नोट्स भी आप डाउनलोड कर सकते हो विद द होमवर्क आंसर हमारे साथ इन द वेब पेज विच आई विल बी शेयरिंग यू राइट नाउ. सो माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, व्हाट हैव वी कवर्ड? वी हैव कवर्ड द एंटायर 2018 board paper. What is left? Nothing else is left for 2018. Now we're going to jump into 2019 sample paper released by CBSE board just before 1 month or 2 months. And we're going to solve that up from the next session. So kindly hold it on and we're going to rock in the next session as well, my dear students. So we are going to plan it up in the same way. We'll cover light and human eye first, then we'll go for electricity, magnetic effects and source of energy. And we'll try to do it as fast as possible. I believe you must have been enjoying this series because I am truly. अब इसके आगे दिखाता हूँ. तो ये हमारा वेब पेज, जहाँ पे आपको ये सारी चीजें मिल जाएंगी. PDFs, वीडियोस हम जो भी ले रहे हो वीडियोस, ये पीडीएफ और हमारे पिछले स्प्रिंटेक्स की डिटेल्स, एवरीथिंग यू विल फाइंड इट आउट हियर एंड द लिंक विल is shared on the description below. You can also find out the link on the YouTube chat right now. Apart from this, my dear students, one very innovative thing which has been come onto the market right now from Vedantu is nothing but the Vedantu app, where you can find out all the doubts. You can put all your doubts, you can ask each and everyone, will be answered by the experts as fast as possible. You can study with common groups of all the other students. You can also have a classroom videos given by us in this particular database. It's truly useful. You can find all this session videos also exactly there. It's the point of everything. वहां पे आपको हमारे इस प्रिंटेक्स के वीडियोस में मिलेंगे, नोट्स भी मिलेंगे, वेब पेज मिलेंगे, सब मिल जाएगा यहाँ पे. तो कोई टेंशन की बात ही नहीं. ठीक है, टेस्ट सीरीज भी है. So my dear students, finally before I go, thank you so much once again. If you guys like this video, hit that like button and share it among your friends so that all the students get the benefits. Apart from that, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, it's a cruelty. Why you're not doing it yet? Do it right now and hit that bell icon so that you guys get notified for all the amazing things out there. Okay? Thank you so much guys. That is my email ID. Reach out to me if you guys want it to be and send me the answers and let me know how was this session, how's the Sprintex 2 going on. Sprintex में इतना amazing response आया था, Sprintex 2 में बता देना मेरे को. ठीक है? So bye bye guys, good night, take care. एक जोरदार high five again. Bye guys. Take care. Until the next time, enjoy your life. Bye.